Wondrous Creatures from Bad Comic Games has arrived, and we've covered one of their previous games on the channel before, Life of the Amazonia, and we did it solo, and I really enjoyed the way they implemented that solo bot into there. And this has some elements that you're not used to seeing in a solo game, such as worker placement and cards that might trigger other cards and the way they score and claiming achievements. So I was really intrigued to see how they implemented that with their robot they call Tingent. So let's hit it like a hermit and get to the table. Let's get started with this solo play of Wondrous Creatures. So, a couple things are different in the solo game. First off, we only have 8 trophies out here. Second, we are playing against Tingent. They don't have a player board or anything like that. They have their own little Tingent board with this little marker that's going to be moving across, allowing him to do things. We're going to be drawing from this deck to determine what he does. He only has 2 meeples, a captain and a regular, and they are going to go on the board, and then they're going to be staying out on the board, kind of just moving around, but he never recharges or brings anything back. He also does not collect resources. He does not collect nets, etc. He is going to be grabbing eggs. He does grab cards. He's going to be grabbing some cards face down, which will score points one way. Face up will score another way. And then as he moves, he's going to be claiming the goals. I'll probably walk through like 2 or 3 turns to kind of show you how he does. Then we'll fast forward to somewhere near the end. Just know if you can make out his board, right around here, he switches to doing the other side of his card, which I'll explain as I flip it up. We are the first player. We have our 4 cards. We are completely set up. If you're unsure how Wondrous Creatures plays, look up above. There will be a link to the video of what's in the box and how to play a 2-player game. My game is going to be played basically the same way. The difference is going to be when it comes to him. So we have a hand of cards, and I think I'm going to go for an egg strategy because I have a Gorgeous, which is going to give me a point per egg in my reserve, both hatched and unhatched. There is this one that wants 8 eggs. That's going to be one of the first ones he tries to grab. So I'm looking out here and seeing where I want to go. And I just need to get him out by the end of the game, but he's 2 points. But I have this guy here who also gives me points for flower cards, so I am going to want to get them out before him. So he wants 2 fruits. I need one water, and then a couple of flowers. So I need fruits and flowers. So I think our first placement is going to be right here, which gets me my little egg, which allows me to move a point. And now I have 2 flowers, so I know I need at least 1 as a resource, so I will grab that right away. And now do I want to grab a flower card, which would just be Gentian there, which is discard an energy from him to flip up to 2 eggs and gain 2 victory points. Well, if I do that, I will be flipping eggs. And so that is a good possibility. And he's got that flower as well, because that's why I can take them. So let's go ahead and grab that one for the second one. So that, and then I'm going to, for a free action, I'm going to just use my net right away to grab this egg, to put it there, which allows me to grab any card from up here and fully restore all the energy of 1 energy card. I don't know if I'm going to be using that energy that much. That's a recharge card. Those are always helpful, and that does get me more eggs, so we'll grab that with that egg placement, and then we are done. So we will now put out those. This is play this card for 1 resource less per mushroom habitat icon already in your reserve. Gain 3 victory points. And then that's when recharging, I'm going to gain a point for every end of game card in my reserve. So that is my first play. So I am set up to do this play next turn. So now we'll do Tingent. So you'll see this top part is the tan, which is what we're activating now. The bottom is the brown. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to be grabbing a card based on where this marker is. So he's going to be grabbing a lizard or a dragon. There are multiple out here. He wants the ones with the biggest endgame scoring, which is going to be this one right here. So he grabs that. That's going to go face up in a pile. Let me go over really quick what he's going to score for. He does not activate end card to gain victory points. Instead, those score 5 victory points per card. Ending scores of all face-up cards. Ending scores of Tinjin's completed achievement spots that he'll be getting. 3 victory points per trophy and 1 per egg. And then depending on the difficulty played, gain victory points for face down. I am doing lazy, so he gets 1 point per card in reference to that. So he grabbed a card from there, and then he is going to grab an egg equal to that species, which is the dragon. So this egg just kind of comes over into their supply. And then because it has this red gear here, this moves over. And that is it for Tinjin's turn. So now it is my turn again, and we are going to, I think, play cards right away. Oh, this gets refilled at the end of his turn. So I think we are going to play these 2 cards right away. Oh, I don't have the fruit. I forgot I needed fruit. So we're not playing yet. We are going to be putting our creatures out. So, I mean, that gets me a bunch of fruit, but doesn't move forward my egg strategy. That moves my egg strategy, but I don't get a fruit. I have ways of getting eggs, though. So I think let's just go ahead and go big with the fruit. There's 1 fruit card out there. That's at 1 point during recharge, getting 1 point per end of game. I know I'm going to have that one. So let's go ahead and grab that fruit card right away. Like so. And then we're just going to grab 2 fruit. Boop, boop. I have no nuts. So that is going to be it for my turn. And we have the Goten. So, Tinjin's turn again. Flip over a card. In this instance, he's just going to grab a card based on this. So he's going to be looking for a primate. There's only 1, so he grabs that to put face up. And that's there, so this moves over. So now he puts out 1 of the discovery tiles. So when he does a discovery tile, we're going to be drawing 1 from this tile stack and placing on the leftmost lake hex that has an egg, which in this instance is this one. So that goes there, and he gets that egg, and done. So if there was none there, he'd be going. If they were equal, then he goes to the topmost. If there's none that have eggs, then he would just go to the top leftmost. Alrighty, so that is him. So now we refill. So now it's my turn, so now we can play those cards. So we're going to go 1 and 2, and a flower. To play our end, we'll put our end game scoring ones over here. And then we will do 1 and 1. And we will play them starting up here because I may have a long stack. So they are going to instantly, I can sweep, then take 1 card from the wilderness. So with it having 1 symbol, I choose the left or I choose the right. I kind of like some of those right ones. So let's go ahead and sweep these, like so. And now refill it up. And then we'll be grabbing 1. So this is gain an egg of your choice. This one is gain 2 victory points per mushroom habitat in your reserve. Right now I don't have any. And they're gain an egg of your last action card. That could always be helpful. Discard a card to gain 2 eggs of its species. That one's gain a net. I think I'm going to grab this one because I'm coming up close to, I might grab all those. And because I'm going to have to get some cards out of my hand because I need at least 1 gone. So that is it for my turn. Tinjin. So he is going to place his regular worker where he can place around the most of the coral. So he goes just right there. If this was his captain, he would then gain 3 points for being adjacent to 3 of them. That is a special thing about his captain meeple. And that's annoying because that's where I want to go. So now he moves this. He is going to move along here. He does not get the nut. But we flip this over and we spawn some eggs on those empty locations. And normally one would go here, but his worker is there, so it doesn't. So that is that. So he took the spot I was really wanting to go to and needed to go to so I could get my energy for there. Instead, I know I have that, so I could get some more flowers. I was at the maximum flower one there, though. So I could spend a resource to come in here and get a bunch of stuff. Or I continue with my eggs, go there, which gives me a point, which would move me along there. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I think we're just going to take my captain. We're going to go here because I have a lot of stuff in my hand that needs the water ones as well. Although my big one here needs flowers, but that I feel is going to be a different day. Or I could go there to get... No, we're going to go right there. So that's going to get me... I'm going to take the 2 water, and I'm going to take the 1 fruit. Like so. I do probably want to try and get my recharge ones out. That one, which I won't be able to because I didn't get a flower. So you know what? Let's go ahead and move those back 2 and that back 1. Although I do need those 2 with a flower. I don't see that possible, so nope, we are staying there. 2 and 1 fruit. And then we'll just see if there's something else I can do next turn. And that will be it for me. So we'll do one more Tingent, and then I'll show you the recharge, and then we'll skip ahead in the game. He is going to grab a card, a lizard, or a dragon. They're both out there. This is the most endgame points. So that goes right there. He does not move his token. So now is my turn. I think I am going to just have to recharge. So when you recharge, you grab all 3 crew members from the board. And 3. You are then going to advance the time tracker. That gives me a net. And we sweep the entire board. We then discard down until I have 5. So I currently have 6. Because that's going to... Well, that's just the 1 point. I don't have many. So we will get rid of Haka Waka Waka or whatever his name is. Then we trigger any recharge abilities. I do not have any. So that is it for the recharge. Alrighty. So I will speed ahead. And when I see I'm down to maybe about 1 trophy left, we'll probably come back. are down to 1 trophy, and given his deck, he's probably going to be taking it. And I'm pretty sure if Tingen depletes the last trophy, the game ends immediately. So he flips 1 over. He's going to take a face-up bird. There is no bird, so I believe he then takes the highest valued one, which should be that one, like so. Then he gets an egg. It's a primate egg. And then he is going to move. So then we look there. Does he accomplish that? He needs to have at least 5 fish and insects together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He does. So he puts his right there, grabbing the last trophy. Like so. Alright, so that does trigger the end of the game, so it ends immediately. So we are now going to be scoring our other points. So we'll look at this end of game. So we are going to get end card scores in your reserve. This scores me 1 per egg, and then this basically lets me score 1 once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 22, which puts me at 65. So we'll bring that right over there. We then are going to ending scores on all creature cards. So we are at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Which brings me back around to 40. Ending scores of all your completed achievement slots. So we'll do this individually. So that's 15, which puts me at 105. Another 15, 20. And then this gives me 6, 26. 3 per trophy. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 is 38. And then every 4 resources and net. So that's just 1, so that's 1 point. Alrighty, so now for him. So he gets, so his end ones are 5 points each. So that's 5, 10, 15. So that's 15 points there. Puts him at 27. Then ending scores and all face up. 2, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21, 23, 26, 27, 31. 31 puts him at 58. Then ending score of his achievement slots. So that's another 9. That's 12. That's 12, 10, 11, 12, and then another 12. So 10, 11, 12. 3 per trophy, so he gets 12 for there as well. 1 point per egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 1 point per face down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I snuck it out 139 to 129. I did notice I didn't really focus on the achievements as much as I do in a multiplayer game for some reason. I was just focused on getting cards out and then eventually start looking out over here. This is one of the AI's little solo bots that I like playing because there isn't much thought. Main thought is like when he puts it out here, he wants to be adjacent to as many as possible. If there's a tie, then he tries to be adjacent to as many of the other things as possible. Placing out the tile uses a little bit of thought, but outside of that, it basically runs pretty quick and smooth, so it is a simple bot to run. But anyways, there is the solo play of Wondrous Creatures. If you could go ahead and head down below to hit like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. You can also check out the link to our Ko-fi, where you can buy me a drink to toast my victory over Lazy Tingent. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to beat Easygoing Tingent because they get 2 points per card. So that would have been another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so I would have just beat Lazy Tingent. But beyond Easygoing Tingent, I would have been done. Donezo. So, again, Wondrous Creatures. And now, I'm going to go wonder some more.